Welcome back to Outriders. Again, we have another 24 posts from Reddit. They are all regarding the game, and we've actually pretty much moved on from damage mitigation now since the appreciation package. And before we jump into this video, make sure you are subbed to the channel, turn notifications on, and if you want to support me as a creator, there are channel memberships, Patreon, and a merch store you guys can take a look at in the description. Remember, all of that stuff is optional. And without further ado, let's jump into it. What we're going to do, same thing as normal. We're going to split this up into 3 videos of 8, so this is part number 1. And we're starting off with, got 13 God Roll Legos from this update. So this is just further proof that they badly messed up with the appreciation package. It ranged from players getting nothing to players getting lots and lots of legendaries, similar to how the inventory restoration worked. They used the same system, so it's not surprising. But I thought I'd just bring that one to players' attention. And also, if you look at the image, it's a big rip on that top death shield, 71.8k. But then the bottom one looks a lot nicer with 87.6. And as always, credit to the people on Reddit for posting these. You can see all their names above the captions. So, jumping into number 2 of 8 in this video. This one just says abracadabra. And the video is titled Outriders Disintegration. So let's take a look at this one in full screen. So standing in the Outriders camp, 3 players. And do an earthquake, boom, make the other player disappear. I love it, it's just purely because the timing was spot on. Absolutely love that one. Number 3 is Devastator, devastated by overcharge. Ask me anything. So jumping into full screen with this one. Spinning round on Stargrave tier 14. Clears the way. Runs past the, are they maulers? I always forget what them enemies are called. Oh! Oh! Oh, they... I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at it. But they leaped into their death. 25.8k health. Wow. See, that health boost that a lot of players had, I'm going to say a lot of players had, some people never actually got a health increase. I think you have to have armor pieces on that increase your max health. But I've gone from 20.7 up to 30.9k health, and it's not made a difference, really. I'm still being hit just as hard, and I'm pretty sure that was the devs' way of saying, we've messed up with damage mitigation, we don't know what to do, we don't know how to fix it, so we're going to just boost all your health. And it still hasn't made a difference, you can still be one shot, so it's kind of, yeah, it hasn't gone in their favour really. Then number 4 is another video, hopped on for a quick CT15 to see how the game is after a month of not playing, then this happened. So tier 15 Scorched Lands. I'm pretty sure this is going to be where there's just no enemies and no progression. If it is, I've got a little something to say about this one. I'm going to jump onto the game at some point and test this for myself. I'll try it across both Xbox and PC if I get the time. Okay, so I don't even know what this enemy is called. I think is it a Brood Matron in Chemplant? It's a Brood Guardian on Scorched Lands. Same bloody enemy though. Just changed surname. Ah, no, different enemy. So they're running away. There's a Trickster class as well. Hunt the prey behind the Brood. Doing it again. Getting some damage. It's almost dead. It's the only enemy there. Nearly dead. It is dead now. 14 minutes in as well. And there's nothing. No other mobs have spawned in at all with that Brood. See, this is classed as a progression blocker because you cannot progress with this expedition. I've noticed this is happening a lot during the story, during expeditions. I've spoken to a couple of people on Twitter. There's a mission, I'm going to say, like, not too late into the story, that's doing the same thing. But Scorched Lands seems to be the worst expedition at the moment for them. There was one when the game first came out on Mountain Outpost, And that one where you have to lower the gate or whatever it is, like fairly close to the start, you go down the stairs, there's like 3 cutthroats and 2 big dudes that are supposed to spawn. And a lot of the time the big dudes didn't spawn, so you'd have to start all over again. It also happened to me, there will be a video on the channel, not sure if it's already up, but I got blocked on Chem Plant, the cutthroat that comes out with the cremators, either side of like where you come down from the elevator. One of the cutthroats got stuck, didn't spawn in for around a minute, and I actually lost the gold timer because of it. But not only that, on Scorched Lands, before this area that this player's in, like before it gets drained, I've also seen footage of an enemy getting stuck underneath the water, and the player that sent me the images and like the footage and everything, they actually spent, I think it took 49 minutes to finally kill the enemy that was stuck. In the end, the expedition took 57 minutes, and I just had to give credit because there is dedication on another level, sticking with it that long. But there are so many issues right now with Scorched Lands, it's unbelievable. So if there's, like, I'm going to say there's quite a big risk because I've seen so many different variations of issues. So I'm going to put a warning out there for players, try and steer clear of Scorched Lands. But yeah, this is just one of several that I've seen like come up as an issue with progression blockers and stuff on this expedition. So number 5, the caption says, "Is this what I think it is?" So Paxian Homestead tier 14, 20.7k health, Devastator class. Oh no. Lost connections to the squad leader. So what actually, nothing actually happened. Nobody dropped out of the game or anything. And this screen just carries on. And then it takes them all the way back to the start of Paxian Homestead. Yeah, so the squad leader left. Right at the end of the expedition. That's got to be fucking annoying to say the least. I've seen it now though. And I think there is a video or something coming up at some point in this like 3-part mini-series again. People have now started, I don't know why people do it, like I don't know what possesses people to do shit like this, but they get to the end of an expedition at the boss, then they leave, they like disconnect whether it's their internet, turn their console off or whatever, because what happens is, the game registers that they've taken part in that expedition, so they still get loot, but the other 2 people, if it's a 3-player group that weren't the host, they either have to start all over again, or the game just never loads, so they restart it, they go back to the Outriders camp, and they get no rewards for it at all. It's a new, like, basically variant of, like, kicking people out before they get their loot. So the, I'm going to say security that they put in place to prevent players getting kicked hasn't worked. People have found workarounds for it. And players are technically still being kicked from expeditions or just having their run ruined by people that are just leaving on purpose just to stop players getting their loot. It's such a dick move. I wouldn't have necessarily said that it's people doing it on purpose, but I've seen it happen so many times since the little lock feature got implemented. So I think it is people doing it on purpose just to be dicks. Although, let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments about it. Do you think it's... I don't think it's necessarily 100% players being dicks. I think some of it is connection issues with the game. Because if we go back to the very start of this, it was a red bar connection. So I don't know 100% if it is bad connection or if it is the players being dicks. I think it's basically a mixture, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think. So this one, as you can see, it mentions my YouTube channel. So I thought we'd have a look. This one says, logged on after 45 minutes of trying while watching Born to Game stream run and finally getting his death shield. I did finally get one on live stream, which was, it felt pretty good. And it was the same day as the appreciation package was released. But Big Dove 18 actually got a gun that they had never had before. It carries on to say, finally you guys give me something I've been grinding for on my techno. Wanted Death Shield for my dev, but oh well, I'll take what I can get. Inferno Seed, new weapon for the player. Absolutely amazing. Congrats. I'm glad people actually got stuff they never had before. And there's what it looks like for them up close, actually going into the details of the weapon. But I thought, this mentions me. Let's see what the community have to say and see if they mention me. So we scroll down, people talking about the appreciation package, and then it gets to... where is it? Deep Throat. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I've seen the posts from Deep Throat before. Not sure if they've ever been, I'm going to quote unquote nice, but but I don't think it's always been hate towards me. But Born to Game is a bastardization of a content creator. He hates every game he plays. Ever noticed that? I feel bad for the people that eat that shit up. Well, little known fact, I don't play games I hate. I don't like Warzone because of the cheaters and stuff, so I don't cover it. There are lots of games out there that I play. I don't just stick to 1 or 2 games, but I wouldn't cover a game I don't like. I love the games, I hate the devs, and I don't know how many times I have to say that, but carrying on, Big Dove says, nah, he doesn't hate every game he plays, just doesn't like the bullshit all these devs and publishers are pulling with these broken ass games. See, people do understand this. He doesn't even hate Outriders, he loves the game actually, just like we all do, which is why we all still play and stream it. I'm playing right now off stream, just helping randoms from Xbox LFG. I've crashed and froze and crashed, yet I just got back in 3rd try, and I'm already loading into another expedition. So Deep Throat goes, name 1. Big Dove has to say, I legit just told you he loves Outriders. Have you ever actually watched his Outriders videos before? People think I bash the things that happen within games because I hate the game. It's nothing to do with the game. I play the game. I've got 270 hours in Outriders. I bashed the shit out of the Division 2. I had over 1,700 hours in that game. I play these games. I have a passion for these games. The reason I do what I do is to stop players being ripped off by developers and publishers, and I'm glad some people do understand that. Someone else says Born to Game is the homie, and then right at the bottom, I would rather deep throat a toilet brush than watch Born to Game. Dude lives and breathes anger and negativity. So, FL4BAD, I want you to post a video on your Reddit of you deep throating a toilet brush. If you would rather do that than watch me, then please, someone get hold of this person and tell them, I want to see the video. I want to see them deep throat a toilet brush. If that's what they would rather do, I want to see it happen. And then this one, I've literally just mentioned this one because of what the little GIF says. So PCF, there is something you can do with this pity package containing dupe legendary weapons and titanium. Shove it up your butt. Absolutely love it. And then the final one, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Outriders tweet, they should have capitalized the word should. You should receive a random god-rolled legendary weapon which you have not previously obtained on any character. So across all your characters, if you had 45 out of the 46 legendaries, you should have got that final one on your most experienced character. But underneath, as you can see, so that was a fucking lie. Yes, it was. People in the community have come together to try and figure out exactly how this has worked. People have said it's due to the mods, people have said it's due to the firepower, but they said it should be a random legendary weapon you have not previously obtained. They haven't gone into any details. They haven't been specific with anything, so you take it as it reads. A legendary weapon you have not previously obtained. That has not been the case for a lot of players. In terms of the firepower, some people weren't even getting god rolls from this package. In terms of the mods, a lot of players that have got the mods in their crafting, people that have had weapons 5 or 6 times are still getting the same weapons they've received before. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but PCF have been radio silent on this stuff. So, that was the first 8 of 24 Reddit posts. Again, credit to the people on Reddit. Absolutely love this community and what they do on this subreddit. It's amazing seeing some of the stuff that people post. But what we're going to do is leave that video there. We will be back very shortly for part 2 and part 3 of this little mini-series. And there is a lot more cool stuff to come. So, stick around on the channel. That's going to do it for this video. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.